any female that comes to me or male that wants to learn self-defense, whether it's a male that wants to learn how to protect their family, their kids, they're in a situation where I've seen a lot of men that can't. But if you do come to me and you will learn it, I say avoid it if you can. Someone's in your space, how can you run away? If someone is on top of you and you're on the ground, and how are we staying calm? How are we calling for help? How are we getting out? How are we potentially breaking fingers? How are we eye gouging? Most predators go for people that they think are weak targets.
This is Live and Let Be
with Live and Be.
Welcome back to another episode of Live and Let Be. Today we are joined by some company. He is the founder of LVL Up Fitness on the Gold Coast and a Jiujitsu black belt and boxing coach.
And he got the memo with the outfits.
Yes,
if you guys are watching the video.
Fits the whole room.
Yeah, we're all matching.
And the shoes.
Yeah, get the shoes and the shirt. But we wanted to invite him to come on today just to, I guess, talk about the confidence when it comes to training. And because I know you train women, children, men, like a whole range. So I guess just seeing how the confidence varies from that and giving our listeners a little insight into what they can do and approach certain situations.
Yeah, in that whole world, I think that when you train in that sort of style, you definitely have sort of a different aura about you and it would definitely have an impact on that. They could probably carry through a lot of other areas in your life.
Yeah. Luca,
Hello.
welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Aww.
You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
And last minute too, so.
Yeah. When did I message you?
I don't know, the other day. But it's good because like Tuesday is quite chill.
Yeah.
Because usually I teach high school relief teaching on Tuesday, Thursdays. Then Monday, Wednesday, Friday is just full of PTs at the gym, classes, but it's school holidays.
Oh.
We got you at a good
You got me at a great
time.
time.
Are you PE teacher as well?
Yeah. And science and maths, but you wouldn't think it.
Really?
Wow.
Well, when I was teaching maths at Miami High School, funny story, I actually did the whole example on the board wrong. And I was reading from the textbook and one of the smart kids, like A student, put his hand up and goes, "Sir, I think that's wrong." And I was like,
Shut up.
I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
don't." And I was like, "No, you're actually right. It was wrong."
Oh.
And there was like 40 minutes left of the lesson. I was like, "All right, free time. Do what you want."
Go watch the movie.
Yeah. But you know what? I took that job because I wanted to be at that school so badly, but I knew that maths wasn't my strong point. Like I did well at uni, got a distinction in maths, but then teaching it is a lot of extra work. And I actually lost a lot of passion for teaching because I didn't like teaching maths.
Yeah, okay. So that was your in, like they had an opening for a maths teacher.
Yeah. And Miami's like my spot. So I wanted to be there. That was 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And then hated teaching, so I quit.
Entirely, just quit.
Just quit. Then I was going to open a pizza shop.
Wow.
I know. I was so close to buying into a business in Palm Beach and then actually kind of started coaching at my old gym, Jiujitsu, and that really fired up the passion for, I guess, coaching and made me love what I do. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I stick to what I love, which is coaching and teaching. So now I just do casual teaching and obviously got the gym. So yeah, kind of fell into place the way it was meant to.
Yeah, it is kind of confusing when you know that you have a genuine passion for something and then you start to lose it and you kind of go, what's changed? Why does this not ignite the fire that it once used to? But then when you do sort of reconnect with it, you're like, there it is. It hasn't left.
Yeah.
It was just kind of the wrong circumstances.
Yeah, and then you can incorporate it into both, like what you love to do, which is obviously jiu-jitsu, boxing, and then teaching.
Yeah.
So you grew up on the Goldie.
No, 4.5 years ago, I moved up.
Oh, okay.
For the lifestyle, I wanted to come up and like live that Gold Coast lifestyle, beach, running in the morning. I didn't do any of that when I moved up. I partied for like a year. But I think you have to do that. You have to make the mistakes. You have to hit rock bottom. You have to do all the bad things to find out where you're meant to be.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to ever do that again.
Yeah.
Like I love to like enjoy myself, but not to what I was doing.
Well, I guess it's probably anywhere where you move it, you get excited, you meet people and they're all doing the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then, you need to have that moment where you're like, it's either I change or I'm going to go down that path.
And that's the one thing I found with the Gold Coast, and you probably agree that it is whatever you make it. Whatever you want to happen is up to you. There's actually no excuses for shitty behavior and doing the wrong thing, getting in this crowd. It's like you can pull yourself out if you want.
Yeah.
If you don't, stay in it. Take control of your life and do what you want to do. Now that I'm doing that, I'm like, I'm so happy because I've got a really good small circle of people in my gym, in my community. And I got to give credit to where it's due. It's like I made that decision to make it happen. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, when you started jiu-jitsu.
So I started playing AFL.
Yeah.
Had a bulging disc. I had shin splints when I was 18, 19. And then the doctor said I could never play again. So then I was like, what am I going to do? I just want to go to the gym. I hate just lifting weights. It's boring. I need to be competitive. I need to do something. So then he's like, you can't do jiu-jitsu. So I was like, all right. So I went and did it.
He said you can't do it.
Yeah, the doctor's like, you cannot do jiu-jitsu. I was like,
watch
all right.
me.
I was like, well, I'll go do it.
You're
I
like,
did
you're my
it.
first component on the mats.
So I went and did it. And I was like, I got beat up by someone who I thought I was way better than. Like I had an ego.
Yeah.
Like I went in, I was the gym, footy. I was like, this guy's no good. Like I'll beat him.
Just based off what he looked like on the
Yep.
outside?
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a massive, I was like, I'll bash you. like
Yeah.
in like a
Light work.
nice, healthy
Easy.
way.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
light work.
But we've all been there.
And then it didn't happen. And then I was like, okay, that was annoying. I lost. My ego got hit. And then it kind of fired something inside me. My body felt good, didn't hurt my back. My shins were okay. I wasn't running. And that's honestly where it started. And then I just wanted to be better than that guy, but in a healthy way. And then I did. And then that's kind of where it started.
Strong mindset shift there. Having to identify that maybe your ego is sort of overtaking a little bit too much and all right, what do I have to strip back to actually be good at this?
Yeah. And I see that a lot when people come in. See big guys and some females come in and they've got a bit of an ego and then they do jiu-jitsu and they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
They're like, what happened? I'm like, yeah, you'll figure it out. And that'll go. It'll either go or it'll stick with you and you won't change. Most of the time it does, which is really cool.
There would be a lot of people who they're really sure of themselves in different areas of their life and maybe they are really confident and happy in the gym. So they think that maybe stepping into a sort of fight gym, they can still have that. And I guess there's no harm in sort of entering that space with that confidence. But when you're doing something for the first time, you got to be a little bit humble. You'd rather surprise yourself than be like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I listen to Joe Rogan and stuff and they do it all the time. And he always says, like he'll get like Navy SEALs come in and they're trained insane amounts to be legit killers. And then they walk into try jiu-jitsu and they just get rolled. They're like, oh, shit.
It is super humbling. It sounds really weird, but when you're helpless and someone's on top of you and you can't breathe and you can't literally like you're at complete like mercy of them, it either fires something in you or you just stay clear of it forever.
Tell us what happened.
I went snorkeling and someone's
Wait,
like,
we've got a side quest, guys. So
sorry,
Yeah.
it's like,
we're just explaining the...
Yeah, Luca walked in and he had a bit of he's like, I'm a bit sick. I'll tell you what happened. We were like, don't tell us now. Tell us on the pod. So
what happened?
so I got invited to carry rocks underwater, like run underwater with the rocks.
Oh, just
Yeah.
casually?
Yeah. And I was meant to go like, oh no, it's so random. Anyway,
Wait, where?
Burley. So
Oh,
Burley
GC
Burley Point.
lifestyle, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine looking, sorry to cut you, imagine looking out to the ocean
there are
and not knowing that there's just
people
There's me
running
underwater
down.
running with the rock.
Shit.
So I almost drowned.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had the snorkel because I'm not a good swimmer. I'm like a rock, so I don't swim very well.
Yeah.
I almost drowned in my triathlon too. I didn't swim after that for like a year. Anyway, I just didn't want to have the story of calling my cousin saying I got rescued in my triathlon. It's too embarrassing. Anyway, you know the Burley Point?
Yeah.
You know where the rocks are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wanted us to go down there where all surfers go and go across the sea floor and then come back in. And I was like, we're going to have to tread water for a while doing that. And he's like, yeah. I said, I can do about 30 seconds. He's like, oh, like maybe we don't do that then because you probably would drown. So we went from the, like, you know, where everyone like sunbakes, like where the flags are.
Yeah.
We took a rock out and we went and then.
Wait, how big is this rock? What are we talking?
A boulder.
No, yeah, like that. Probably the size of my head,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And you're meant to hold it in front of you. And then before you go down, you're meant to obviously have a big breath. And I went to suck in a heap of water and a wave came and it went straight in my mouth. I swallowed like, I reckon half a litre of water in that morning.
Did you not see the wave?
No. I'm not a good swimmer. I don't
I'm
know.
not a good swimmer. I can't see
Couldn't see
when I'm
anything.
swimming.
And then, yeah, I swallowed a shitload of water. And then that night I was coaching the classes. I felt really lethargic and I never throw up. And I went home at 5:30. I was meant to go to Brisbane the next day and I was like, I feel fucked. And then I was like, ugh, in the sink, like, yeah, everything was not good. Then I was like, this is really weird. Then I told the guy the next day, I was like, man, I feel really bad. Like, what's going on? He's like, I Googled it. Burley Heads has got that storm water drain pipe thingy that goes under the sand that takes all the storm water and the drain water, like all the fecal matter and all the stuff. And I definitely got a bacterial infection. Something went into me that was like not good.
Yeah,
And
in
it
a
rocked me.
copious amount of it as well.
Yeah, so don't drink the water when you go swimming in Burley.
Don't swallow a wave before you go rock running.
Yeah.
On
I was
the
trying to figure it out. I was
ocean
like,
floor.
I'm so healthy. Like, I don't get sick ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
Yeah. Shit. And
So-
yeah, you just need a little bit of that and you're over and out.
Wait, so
Shit.
what was the whole aim of this rock running?
Well,
It's like a training thing.
I don't say no when people ask me to do stuff. Like it's challenging.
hence why.
Clearly, yeah.
So-
so
you're
easy to
here.
get you on here.
So I'm a yes man. I'm like, I like it. If it challenged me, good. And I'm scared of the ocean. I'm so scared of sharks. I don't like them. I don't like swimming. I go up to my waist and that's it.
Wow, this is a big deal for you.
So
Yeah.
me going out there and doing that I was having like anxiety attacks in the water, but I knew that I was going to do it. And I was like, I'm going to feel good after because it was like something that I wanted to overcome. So,
Thinking ahead.
so this came from like, being trapped underneath someone in the gym. And the idea was I'm going to bring you in to my world. We're going to trap you under me and we're going to rotate and we're going to swap. So we're going to film you and you're going to film me.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm going to go into your world in the water because he loves all the water stuff. And then
Yeah.
I was going to like kind of like suffocate him in the gym.
Yeah.
Like in,
I was going to
in
make
like
him
a nice-
tap out
Yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah.
So I get, what's that word?
Claustrophobic?
Claustrophobic. And it comes from obviously a trauma response because I have an older brother and him and his mates would think I'm one of the boys and they would literally be on top of me so I couldn't breathe and they'd like wait because they knew if they held a bit longer, I would fucking lose my mind. Like
love
I would
that.
flip. And then I get all this strength and I would end up just fucking
Going
going
nuts.
mental. Scratching,
Yup.
biting, and then they're like, "Whoa, calm down!" I'm like,
You
"You
pushed me
guys
to this."
push me to that limit." And so every time now, when I feel that feeling, even if someone's mucking around, like
No.
my ex or my ex partner, when they would just like be mucking around with me, then they'd just be on top of me. I'm like, "You want to get off me now?
What
You
about
want to
when-
get
I
off
don't-
me
I don't
right
know how
now?"
to control myself.
What about
after
those
this point.
scans? You know, you got to lay in the bed and it like does the little.
Oh, is it an MRI?
I think
Yes,
so.
MRI.
Yeah.
Especially from a young age where you feel like you're vulnerable and it's with people that you trust. Like you're obviously going to have that reaction.
Yeah.
And then,
But then it's
in
like
your-
not losing it too. Because if say I did jiu-jitsu with you,
imagine.
I would feel that and then I would probably just end up scratching your eyes out.
I've had a lot of people say that, like
Yeah.
come and do one-on-ones for self-defense, jiu-jitsu, that want to overcome DV stuff or they've been in a relationship or they just want to feel safer. And they'll specifically ask me questions like, hey, how do you get out of this? Like, for example, being pinned up against the wall with hands around the throat. I'm like, well, we can do this. Like, obviously there's things that you want to do before you even get to that situation. But the scariest thing and what pisses me off the most is DV in houses because no one can hear you. No matter how loud you scream, that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had people ask me, I'm like, I can tell that you're specifically asking me because you've
for
been
a
in this.
personal experience.
Yeah, the way they
and then-
explain the situation.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah. They're like, so what happens if they pin you against the wall? I'm like, have you been through this? And I'm like, you know what? If you feel comfortable sharing, is this something that you've experienced or do you want to know for in case this happens? And they'll say, no, this has happened. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to stop at any point, let me know. Like that's obviously quite extreme. There's people that just want to learn because they might have been pushed over or felt a little bit helpless.
Yeah.
So people come to me with all sorts of things that they want to work through. And I'm like, I kind of break it into stages. Obviously the first is like situational awareness. Like how can we prevent it from happening? But there's obviously situations where you can't.
That's a lot for you to take on to start working with them on like how do we prevent it from even happening in the first place because there's so many external factors that would come to play. So
Yeah.
having, I guess, the confidence to sort of influence or encourage someone to act a certain way in a situation, but then they miss a cue because there's like this emotional side to it or something. I don't know. I feel like it's just, you could easily feel a lot for these people who you are working with. I think I'm just trying to give you credit for like,
No,
you know?
it's hard. Like you
Yeah.
can't, you can never tell what's going to happen. And like what sucks the most is that it does happen. And you know, women do live through it and you don't know because it's behind closed doors. But a lot of like things I teach in self-defense, I go to schools or workplaces, is like if you're in public, like the first thing I tell you to think about is like, where's your exit? Where's the door? Like when you go into a venue. Not that you need to be worried, but like if you're
No, but
traveling
just
overseas,
clocking that in.
just going, okay, like I'm going to a room that's like 10 o'clock at night, there's drunk people, like where's the door? If I needed to, where's the door? But then also like distancing, where would you stand with someone you don't know?
I've never thought any of
Yeah,
these things.
there's a lot of things people don't think about. And it's like not like you should be in like fight or flight.
No.
I think as a male or a female in a different country or a different environment, you should know like your surroundings, where you are, like how close people are that you don't know, because it's your space. But yeah, the DV stuff, like I wish I could do more, but it's hard because you just don't know.
Yeah.
When people do come to you, are you finding it is because something huge has just happened in their life? Like, are they looking for that connection or strength? Is it usually an event's just happened, whether they've had a breakup or a loss or anything? Is that usually the reason why people would come to you?
Yeah, it's a bit
Do you find?
it's both.
Yeah.
It's either happened or it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I can tell because some are quite honest with me. They say like, if this has happened, like I want to know for next time. Also want to protect my kids, so young kids. And it's scary because, like you never know when it's going to happen. But then people worried it's going to happen. They know there's something maybe coming from an ex, that something's happened or the police are involved.
And it's a whole other conversation, but it's like it's so hard because then just based off what I know is there's nothing you can do until it's till it's too late pretty much, like till it's actually happened, and then they can actually do something. Even for you, you're hearing this, all you can do is give them the strength to feel confident if it was to ever happen again.
Yeah.
But it's still like the police, no one can really do anything until
something's happened.
Yeah.
Which is so scary.
Yeah. And that's the scariest thing. Like in a closed environment with doors shut, no one can hear you. That's the scariest. That's the scariest thing that I hope no one that I know or like no one ever has to go through, but unfortunately they do.
Yeah.
But in a public environment, there are things you can do to buy yourself time.
Yeah.
That will save you a lot.
Yeah.
And prevent, there's so many different scenarios.
Yeah.
And there's so many things you can do. But again, fight, flight or freeze.
Yeah.
What would you do if someone grabbed you from behind? Like right now, what would you do? You'd probably freeze.
I would fucking...
Well, great.
Well, I mean,
I
we
would
want to hope.
scratch their eyes
We want
out.
to hope that we would just go.
I just told you
full
how I
rage.
get.
But sometimes people freeze but they don't mean to, but you want to do something, but you can't.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people freeze in situations where
Yeah.
they want to fight, but they can't.
Yeah.
Like it's just a stress response.
Yeah.
So even, so when you're teaching people, is that, obviously that's a big factor, is to not get to that point, if you were to ever get to that point, to freeze up and not know what to do. Is that like a huge thing you would teach someone? And how do you teach that? Because like you said, everyone's so different when it actually happens.
Yeah.
So what's a big thing you would say when you are teaching someone to not freeze up in a situation like that?
I think you can read all these books on how to swim,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not going to learn until you get thrown in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I say to people, if you want to learn how to fight your way out of a situation, hopefully it never happens, you need to be doing some sort of sparring, like whether it's jiu-jitsu. Because having to get someone off you, you're in fight or flight. Boxing's fight or flight. But some females don't want to do that. But again, as long as you know how to stay calm, then at least you're going to stay in a calm space where you can make better decisions. When you freeze, you don't make decisions.
So
you're
I
not-
guess like training jiu-jitsu would be sort of conditioning your mind to associate this sort of behavior or physical situation with something that you have found control in before. And then maybe that freeze response, it's there, but it's less.
Yes, and it's not like you can actually think clearly. Because I don't train any female that comes to me or male that wants to learn self-defense, whether it's a male that wants to learn how to protect their family, their kids, they're in a situation where I've seen a lot of men that can't, and that's fine. Like if you don't want to learn or do that or be that, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. But if you do come to me and you will learn it, I say avoid it if you can. If you're a female or male, don't ever get into a fight. Someone's in your space, how can you run away? Like even me, I don't want to fight anyone. Like why? Why? Because a knife gets pulled, then my life's over.
Yeah.
There's just
It's
no
not
point.
worth it.
Everyone that I teach, I'm like, the first thing that I want to teach you is to like look for your exits and get away.
Yeah.
Don't stand. I'm not teaching you to stand there and fight.
Yeah, that's so
But
interesting.
if someone is on top of you and you're on the ground and there's like 60, 70, 80 kilos on top of you, how are we staying calm? How are we calling for help? How are we getting out? How are we potentially breaking fingers? How are we eye gouging? How are we stunning this person? Because again, like most predators go for people that they think are weak targets.
Yeah.
As soon as you start to fight back, you show a bit of something, whether it's confidence, fight, voice, they go, whoa, this isn't as easy as I thought. I actually don't want to continue with this because this is not what I signed up for. Like
And
I
they're
thought,
probably not in the gym training jiu-jitsu.
No, they're
Well,
not.
they're weak. They're the weak dogs of the world that think
They
they
are.
can take down those people. I heard this study actually. I was watching this podcast and she was like a CIA agent and she was talking how they did a study. They got all these, let's say, serial killers to watch the same video. And it was, who would you pick out in this crowd of people just walking on the street in like New York City? And then at the end, they all picked the same person. What person do you think it was?
the weakest.
Yeah. So it's the person who's they can judge off body language. So the person who's looking a bit timid when they're walking, looking down, not looking around, like you said, at your surroundings. They look at another person, she's up, her shoulders back, knows where she's going, walking with purpose. They're not going to go for you. it's always those timid types of people who are a bit self-conscious and inwards because they look like the weakest.
That's so true. And I actually spoke to Chelsea Hackett. She fights in the PFL. She's a beast. She's awesome. And I was like, how many fights have you been in the street? And she's like, never. I've never had a street fight. But she's fought in the cage and fought like a lot of people, does a lot of sparring. And I wonder if it's the way that she carries herself through the street and walks with her head tall. She's such a confident woman. And I do think that is so true. Like the way you carry yourself will definitely dictate whether someone wants to do something or not. 100%.
Ladies, take notes.
But that's why confidence is such a strong thing,
Yes.
and it always links back to confidence. And that's the reason why, one, we even started the podcast, two, why we're choosing the people we want to come on, because it all ties into the same thing.
Yeah.
It's confidence in yourself, knowing that you have the ability to literally kill someone if you wanted to, but you don't need to because you're calm, you're neutral, and you want to stay steady, you know? It's always the people that are getting into street fights. They're the most insecure people
100%.
because they're the loudest.
Yeah,
Shut
they're
up.
looking for something to
Yeah.
make themselves feel good, but it's the cheap version, like the cheap ways of
100%.
doing it.
The loudest person in the room, most insecure.
Yeah. And that, I'm going to be honest, that was me as a kid. Like
Really?
I was picking fights. I was a little shit. Probably because I was insecure. I didn't really know how to defend myself, but I wanted to know. And then as soon as I started jiu-jitsu and boxing, didn't want to touch anyone. I didn't want to, anything like that.
Because you know what you might have been trying to find out by picking those fights. Like now you know it because you can execute it in a different way, in the best way.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But one really good example is one of the kids that I coach. He started with me and his mum actually said like he's such a gentle kid. Like, he's so kind. Plays rugby. He's beautiful. He's a legend. And he's been with me since day one. And if I showed you a video of him at day one versus now, and he's got like kids that are better than him on top of him trying to strangle him. And day one, he would have like screamed and cried and said stop. Now he's like pushing through. He's trying to escape. He's not giving up. And his dad goes, he's walking around so much more confident since starting this. I'm like,
Love that.
that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish I did that as a kid. Like there's moments where I am really tired and I want to be at the gym. I'm exhausted.
Of course.
But then I hear that, I'm just like, it's like someone jolts you with 1,000 watts. I don't know if that's a lot of energy.
Yeah. Sounds like
says
a lot.
I feel
Sounds whatever a lot is.
It's a lot. I feel so excited. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's why I do what I do. That's
Yeah.
what makes me really happy.
Yeah,
I
and that
love
kid
that.
wouldn't carry that through the rest of his life.
100%. Well, everyone that comes through the door, as soon as they stick with it and they want to learn and get better, you will walk away more confident the more you do.
Yeah.
Like you've done boxing for how long? When you came to me, you'd done it like two and a bit years.
Around about that.
Do you think it changed your confidence? She's really good too.
I know. See.
She's a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm thinking about it.
It's not the answer we we're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like it's actually interesting for me to not be able to answer that so quickly.
Yeah. You
Actually,
definitely had a perk in yourself. Like you definitely felt, well, on the outside more confident.
walking into box.
Yeah.
I usually walk in like, all right, I know what I'm capable of and I feel proud of it and I might, try and wear that on my sleeve.
Yeah.
Because I've never really thought, how is boxing?
Why'd you start?
Because I did it as part of a cardio class and I thought I look way more coordinated than everyone else here. Maybe I got something.
Maybe I can do something here.
Yeah, maybe this is... Nah, I just had so much fun in the sort of fitness space doing that. And I thought this is my type of exercise that I enjoy the most. But you've boxed before.
I boxed
How does
too.
it make you feel?
I mean, it's something, I feel like learning a different skill is why I wanted to do it, just to be like, okay, I've got that up my belt, I've got that up my sleeve, and it is something different. It's more interactive. I was attracted to that side of it, but I just didn't stick at it because I guess the coach, I think you need to be vibing with your coach. And if you're not, then you just lose the love for it. So that's kind of what happened with me. But it definitely gave me confidence walking in and walking out. I'm like, fuck yeah, like it's such a cool thing for a woman to know how to do. Oh, what was that?
Justin, a bit hungry.
Was that you?
I think it's like they work on bikes.
Justin, you hungry?
Guys, just for context, the whole room just went, just like grumbled.
Yeah. It was like,
And I just made a Joke.
People don't listen to their gut, and that's a big thing when I'm traveling alone, especially. My mum would always say, when you feel the tension in the air, in the room start to change, people getting drunker, it's getting later, just leave.
You've
'Cause-
got to actively think like that though. Like
Well,
you've
yeah.
got to actively like broaden your observations to see all of those
But
things.
that's why awareness is so
Yeah.
important.
I do that, and I am so confident. For example, I was walking in Brisbane after my shoulder surgery last year near the valley. It was 11 o'clock. I was about to drive home. And this is what I teach. I teach people and women to not be on their phone when they're walking late at night. If it's after 10 o'clock, it's
Or
on a Friday, Saturday
headphones,
night, headphones,
earphones.
phone. I'm like, take them out and just listen to your surroundings. You won't hear someone coming if you've got your headphones on. Just don't stare at
So
your
true.
phone. Anyway, I was staring at my phone. I was in a sling. And then bang, all of a sudden there were two guys in front of me. And I was like, hey guys. And they were like, can you give us directions? I was like, yep. I took a step back. So I was like, oh, they were way too close. And they were like, they're probably sus on me stepping back. I'm like, I don't care about you. I care about me. Because I don't know you. I don't know both of you. I don't know what you want. They asked for directions, but who knows what they wanted.
Yeah.
They were both really drunk
Well,
on
that's
their
the
heads.
first thing that you could do, right?
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I've got one arm here, so this could be interesting. But I was like, where do you want to go? And then as I stepped back, I had the phone in front of me as I was putting the directions. Because if I'm down like that, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They wanted directions, but I did everything that I didn't teach. And it was so simple. If I saw them, if I was head up, I would have seen them 15 meters away. I could have crossed the road and kept walking and avoided them completely. If they crossed the road when I was walking, I know they're probably doing it for me.
Yeah.
Then I would turn around and walk the other way. Or I would call someone and be like, hey, someone's following me. You can stay on the phone while I'm walking.
Yeah.
That's what I teach people to do. It's like if you're walking at night, call someone. If something happens, there's a witness.
Yeah.
No one wants to get involved if there's a witness.
Even for you as a man that has skills up his sleeve, you still are telling yourself, take all these precautions.
Always.
Like, yeah.
Well,
Because-
there's going to be times you forget too.
Yeah, there's been times I forget 100%. But it's the reason I do it and I say to do it is like what scares me the most is not the physicality of it, it's the weapons. Yeah, I arrested someone. He was outside my house. He had like 3 bags. And I was like, I pulled over and he's like, what are you following me for? I'm like, I just pulled up home. Like, what do you mean? He ran. So I followed him and I grabbed him and threw him on the ground. But he had like a pliers in his hands, a bag full of jewelry. I called the cops. He was going into people's houses, taking jewelry. But that's what scares me the most is weapons. Like
just
you've seen the
never
thing
know.
in Brisbane, the guy gets stabbed in the neck, dies. There was one in Tassie where I'm from in Moona. This lady, she gave the kids her keys and still got stabbed in the neck. So my biggest thing is weapons. But I'm always like, how can I avoid this? I don't want to be near you. It's, I go situational awareness. That's like, all right, how do we prevent or minimize harm? Then it's like, okay, grips. How do we break grips? That's the second module. So how do we, if someone grabs you in the arm, the shoulder, the neck, your clothing, how do we get out of that? Then it's,
Okay, well, how would you get out of that? Like, say I'm sitting here and someone does come around and like chokes me from behind.
How would
I get out of that?
I would address the arm first. You make sure that the arm doesn't go on your neck.
Right.
That's the first thing I teach.
What if it's already there?
Then you need to tuck your chin. You need to get your fingers
So
on the
then they
inside.
get like the
Yeah, you just don't let anyone under your chin. Like rule of thumb is if my arm, I'll show you after. When we finish, I'll give you some things. We can go through it.
Rules out of math.
If you're comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'll teach you.
No, I think that's just something good for people to hear because they're the main things when people do grab you. It's like from behind, you would think, on the street.
Yep. From behind, from your front,
Yeah.
even up against the wall when you're pinned. I'll show you that one too. Someone's got your hands around your neck.
Yeah.
Whenever Jack and I play wrestle, I feel like so quickly he can get both of my hands with like in one hand of his and my wrists and hands are just stuck. He's still got a whole nother arm, you know, to do whatever else. And I'm like, fuck me. Like,
Are you on your back? Or are you on the?
But then I'm also
Where are
like
you?
moving, I don't know.
What's the position? I need context. Like how can you use your hips? If their arms on you, they can't put it on the floor when you go to bridge them off.
Yeah,
So they're gonna go with you.
true. I just focus on how I'm being restricted rather than thinking what isn't restricted. If
That's
I can't
jiu-jitsu,
move
that's
things,
what teaches you.
we gotta start jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. We got to.
There's definitely certain situations where you have a much larger male even on top of you or holding you. It can be very, very difficult. So I'm not saying that like jiu-jitsu is going to get you out of everything.
Yeah.
Let's say there's a 60 kilo female and a 100 kilo male. The 100 kilo male's on top of you. If they have have no idea about how to put their body weight, whereas the female does. There's a chance she might escape. There's certain things you can do, but there's also certain things where it's going to be very difficult to get someone much larger off you.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part.
Yeah.
So you got to be realistic with it too.
Has anyone kind of said that they were close to maybe experiencing a certain situation and that they've applied something that you've taught them?
I've had a few people tell me they're very aware of like the distancing. So if you're standing square on with someone and they can touch you, you can touch them, that's the first problem. So I'd say take a 45-degree angle to the left, and then that's just one arm you got to worry about.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that. But thankfully, everyone that I've taught hasn't had to do anything, which is the best case scenario. My old coach who taught me, her shop was robbed, and the guy came in and was quite aggressive, and she implemented some vocal like aggression, like how I'm going to stand up for myself. And she said that it saved her life. So she reckons that he didn't want to pursue it because she was standing her ground.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, that's a huge win. No, I'm glad. I don't want anyone to tell me that they had to do anything that I've taught. My gym's a vibe. Everyone laughs and has fun. So
Have you ever had to like kick someone out of the gym? They go too far or something?
no, I've had to have like words to people just about like just certain things that are quite illegal that you can't do. You can't grab individual fingers. You can't like smother, like put your hand over someone's mouth. There's certain things that you can't do. It's like respectful. But when I was younger, there was a guy and he was much older than me. He was bullying me so much, but he didn't know that my older brother was way better than him. And he was like quite high up in the ranks. And he was like, I was tapping, but he wasn't letting go. Would you know, you don't do that. If someone taps you, let go. So I told my brother, then my brother got on top of him and did the same thing to him. And then ever since that day, he like treated me like a king. But it's like, you shouldn't have to do that to someone to make them respect you.
Yeah.
So you compete.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're a full black belt.
Yeah.
Yes.
How long does it take to get your black belt?
It took me 7 years. But I
Just
had
7 years.
I had a year and a half off because of my left shoulder. And then I honestly fell out of the love for the sport because the gym that I was at, I wasn't coaching. I didn't feel a sense of community. I didn't feel like I belonged because after training, they would just have their conversation in their different language. And I was like, well, g'day, like, I don't know what you're saying. When I started coaching, found my passion. And then when I opened my gym, it's all community. Like, we are so tight and everyone's got a story. Everyone's got something that we share and we're all so tight. Some people don't fit and that's fine and they leave. But I do compete as much as I can. But I've been pretty injured. But I've got Pan Pacifics in 3 weeks, which is in Melbourne. That's one of the biggest in Australia.
Isn't Pan Pacific like a...
It's like internet. It's like Australasian.
Yeah, but isn't that like a full dance comp thing that they used to do as well?
I dance as well.
Oh yeah, break dance, yeah.
Yeah.
I would believe that.
Are you being serious?
No, I can't. Dancing's like my biggest insecurity.
Really?
Yeah, I can't dance.
Should we cancel the TikToks we're going to do after?
No,
Yeah.
dancing and singing, I can't do it.
Yeah, but boxing's kind of dancing.
Here's a little bit. Then I have the World Championship trials in December in Thailand. So I'm going to go over there on the 7th.
Did you live in Thailand for a bit?
Never
You're
been.
giving-
No, I've been once.
You know how they go train? They apparently have like the best training facilities there if you want to go live for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So have you done like a Thailand stint before?
I went in grade 9.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, almost got sent home.
Oh,
Yeah.
but this is before you were reborn.
Yeah, we got caught drinking. He walked in, he's like, oi. I was just like, dropped my beer, ran inside, got in the cupboard. Mum doesn't even know about it. So if Mum listens to this, she'll know. But I've always wanted to go back. So I'm going to go back in December for my birthday. And
Are you born in December?
yeah, the 11th.
So are we.
Oh my God, I'm 15.
Really?
Yeah.
When's
She's
yours?
the
28.
Hey.
We got Saggies all in here.
No, I'm
There you
Capricorn.
go.
You're a Capricorn.
Oh. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know what
that
that
explains
Yeah.
why you're not in brown.
is.
How do your weeks change when you're training to personally compete yourself?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling to balance that at the moment. Yeah, I'm up at like 4 in the morning, 5. I coach in the morning, then I do PTs. Then I've got a mid-morning class or I go teach at school. Then I come back. Then I've got the kids' classes, then the boxing class and the nighttime class. I've got to maybe pick and choose where I can train, but by the time it's that time, I'm cooked. But for me, I have so much more fulfillment coaching the crew and watching them compete than myself. But then a part of me, like I can't kill that flame of competing. Like I love
Because
competing.
that's in you.
It's in me. And
Yeah.
I actually said to myself, I was going to have a bit of a break after my last comp. And then within like 2 weeks, I was like, right, when's the next comp?
Yeah.
I just can't. Like I can't stop. But I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
And I think that's why I got really good really fast because I just wanted to be the best that I could. But balancing it is hard because I'm trying to coach everyone else takes away from my own training.
Yeah.
But then there's sometimes where you do have to be a little bit selfish and say, hey guys, right, I need to get pushed, so you're going to help me.
Yeah.
But it's also in turn going to help them.
Help you, yeah. Them
So-
seeing you do that will make
Yeah.
them be like,
Yeah.
okay.
So it goes white, blue, purple, brown, then black.
Yeah.
So the white, blue, and purple belts that are obviously not as experienced as me, I'll get them in fresh every 2 minutes until I'm exhausted to help me push myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, who trains you?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You got to like
You've
specifically.
got them all lined up.
Yeah.
Single file. All right. Next, tap out.
Do you remember the gorilla
Sub
suit?
in. Yeah.
I was going to do a gorilla suit one. I was going to get like gorilla verse level up men. You know, like 100 men versus gorilla.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was too hot. I couldn't breathe in
I was
it.
gonna say that's.
I've still got the
that's
suit.
claustrophobic.
That would not be enjoyable.
It was very hot. At this stage, I'm like, I'll just compete. I don't really care on the
Yeah.
result. I'll just do it for the fun of it.
Yeah.
But also lead by example.
I think one thing that I'm really learning as an adult is when you have motivation, even if it's hard or inconvenient to sort of use it, you just have to, because one day you won't have it. So you just kind of have to take advantage. I think it's the best thing to do is just run with it.
Yeah.
Even if you have the option not to, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. Someone said you've got like 40 summers left. And
What?
I was like, what? Like when you
No,
think about it,
That's crazy.
I
40?
hope we have more than 40
What's
because that makes
how?
us,
Probably
what's-
up to
math.
80. Is that
Huh?
when we're 80?
I don't know, math, 70.
Surely you'd push it to 100
70.
and be a little bit optimistic.
Well, we're not going to live to
People
130.
are living longer these days.
Like from
apparently.
now onwards, we're going to have like, if you think of it that way, 40 more summers. Think about it. We're about to go into summer now, thinking there's only like
That's
30 left.
Puts things into perspective.
Yeah, so I struggle to sit still. I struggle to not do anything because I'm like, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
This is something I've learnt through my housemate. He does a men movement group. He's really good with like men's like mental health and stuff. And I don't really talk a lot, but I'm learning to.
Yeah.
This is completely off topic of jiu-jitsu, but
That's all right.
I was like I'd get upset when I'd have plans with someone, whether it was a friend or a date, or I'd plan something like, oh, on Saturday we're going to do this. And then they cancel on me last minute.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, my self-worth is down, but digging a little bit deeper, I'm like, I think it's because I'm so go Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday. I've got like a few hours on Saturday and a few
Yeah.
hours on Sunday where I can actually see someone.
Yeah.
So
And
if
they
I
cancel.
so if I plan my weekend to do, I'm a planner. Like I can't just like I can just be like, oh, let's go to this, but I like to structure.
Yeah.
So then if someone bails on me, oh, it's like it's bad.
Yeah.
But then to them, it's like, oh, I'm just busy, or like I'm just doing something else.
Yeah.
So
No, that makes sense. When you have less opportunity to do things, you definitely
yes.
Value it differently.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, like as I'm getting older, I'm like, okay, I really want to make the most of everything because I'm not going to be 29 forever.
Mm.
Mm.
We're only going to have a few more summers of looking this good, feeling
Yeah.
this young, being able to do what we do. So I'm like, all right, how can I maximize everything right now?
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. when you Think about it. But
It
if you
is
don't,
sca-
like,
it
you're just
is
going to waste your
scary.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for sunrise yesterday. No, Sunday. And I watched a 14-year-old get zipped up and put in a bag from the beach, drowned. Prime time for everyone to go watch sunset. So the beach was full, the hill was full, and like you can look at it however you want. And obviously it's really sad. It's like you got to just remember like every day above earth is, you got to be grateful. No matter what you're going through, is like you got to just enjoy being here.
Mm.
Sometimes you need like that little reminder of like life's not that bad.
That's why you can't really connect with people who are pessimistic
Yeah.
or experience something tough in their life and still choose to be all
Hang
like
on to it.
negative. Your friendships and the people you surround yourself with do get smaller
Mm.
because it is those values that shine through.
But again, that leads back to confidence. It's always the people who aren't confident that hang on to stuff because they love being the victim mentality because it makes them feel good when people then go, oh my God, you went through that? Wow, like
You
that's so,
okay?
yeah. They want that validation. That's why they hang on to it.
Mm.
Whereas I feel like when you are confident, you go through something, you share it, move on. Like it's not really something you want to sit in or
Yeah.
like that defines you kind of thing.
Yeah. And then it goes back to the gratitude.
Back to
and then
confidence.
back to self-defense.
Yeah.
Back to the Gold Coast.
Sunrise.
Sunrises. Oh no, that was a bit rough.
Sorry.
Sunrise, sunset, they're good, eh?
Yeah. Pizza.
And pizza.
Eat pizza.
I should have bought pizza.
Yeah. Get your dad to bring us some pizza.
No, I'll make some.
All right, let's get into some quick fire cues.
Okay.
When I say quick fire, I meant still the listener cues.
Oh, well, that's not the title.
I know, but I didn't want to say listener style cues.
Okay. Yeah, we can add these. We can add these
I know
ones.
what that means, but yep.
Just say, all right, we're getting into some rapid speed questions.
I think you just said it for us.
Sorry, yeah. We're getting into some rapid speed questions now.
Third time.
Go. Well, we can cut that. He's like
Do
me.
you want me to say it too?
Luca, what are we getting into now?
We're getting into some rapid fire questions, listener questions. Rapid.
Listener.
No, don't say listener.
What? Okay, we're getting
All
into
right.
some rapid fire questions
Yeah, for the listeners.
for the listeners.
What's one thing you'd teach us if we only had 5 minutes not to get our asses kicked?
I would teach you how to distance yourself safely with someone. That would be the number one. I would teach you how to get someone off on top of you, on the bottom. Like someone's like choking you from like hands on your throat, how to go from bottom to top. I think that would probably cover the 5 minutes.
Yep. I'm going to be so aware of that distancing thing now. And even just not standing straight on with someone. Like we just wouldn't think that. Because, you know, the first thing that comes to your mind is, how do I be polite? How do I make a good impression? That's what I think. And that's like, you know, maybe like a people pleaser thing. But I put my impression, you know, what impression am I giving off to people before my safety? Because I want the other person to feel comfortable. And that might be anyone. Obviously, some people are more sus than others. But I think that that's what could get me into trouble if it was the wrong time.
I know what you mean.
Hey, you know.
I know what you mean. Yep.
Like I was doing this course for like presenting or public speaking or whatever. And the first thing they taught me was just to be like grounded. So, and that even helps with your voice and your tummy. So even if like both feet are shoulder distance down, not leaning on one leg, leaning on the other. Because say someone goes to push you, they even say you need to be like grounded in that. So it probably would be the
walk
same
around in
thing.
fighter stance.
Yeah, you're ready. But it
One
makes
foot
sense,
back
like
and we're
if
just
you are
standing there.
leaning or something, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
straight. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I
Something
mean,
I learnt.
if you're still parallel, you're going to get pushed over.
Yeah.
But you've got a better chance if you're on both feet.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys after what I mean.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
All
You won't forget it.
We want you to look at us and looking at us and predict who would tap out first in training.
I think Liv.
I would tap out first.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would.
Do you reckon?
I feel like you got it like a in you, like a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it's something
Just,
simmering
well, it starts
behind them
not like a
eyes.
lot longer, just a little bit longer. I reckon you got a little bit. You did say you're going to scratch and bite.
Yeah.
So.
Although sometimes I can change my mentality when I'm boxing, make me
Yeah.
a bit more. So maybe I just have to have a different self-talk before entering. But you probably wouldn't need that self-talk because you would already be in the game. Sorry, Luca, you're meant to answer this.
This is just based off, yeah. Okay. Go read the next one.
I wouldn't even get involved in the first place.
No, you wouldn't, because you'd be so distanced so far away that you wouldn't be in
Because
close.
you've learned step one.
I'll be at the airport to keep the distance. Okay, so what's your answer? I would tap out first.
Yeah, you would tap out first.
Okay. I'll take it. We'll just have to.
She's
Sorry.
still dwelling on it. Look, she's like, so anyway.
Have to put it to the test. Would you rather train a room full of kids or a room full of women going through breakups?
Kids. Oh, I don't know. Kids are cute.
Women going through breakups aren't cute.
Yeah, I feel like
That's a lot of emotions in
There's
one
a lot of
room.
energy.
Yeah.
there's a lot of energy. I would do it, but I would be probably pretty tired after.
Yeah.
Mm.
Either way, I'd love to help both kids and
Yeah.
females.
That's a lovely
Fair,
answer.
yeah, it's a fair response. All right, if a girl said to you, I could probably choke you out, would that be a red flag or a green flag?
Green flag.
You reckon? Break it down
But it
first.
depends. Like what?
Say
like,
you're on a date. sitting
if she
there.
out of the blue, like I could choke you out, I'd be like, go on then. Do it.
Okay, say she's.
I think that'd be a green flag for most men
You reckon?
if a girl said that.
Yeah, it depends. Like I think if she's like being flirty and funny, like it's
Yeah.
kind of cute. But
Okay,
If she's being like-
She's challenging me?
straight up.
She's challenging me.
I'd probably get up. Nah.
If it say it's like the second thing she says, you get to the
That's
bar,
weird.
you sit down, and she knows your background, and she just straight up goes, "Yeah, I reckon I could choke you out."
I think it shows a bit of humor.
I think it's green. We land at green.
I don't
Green
know.
flag.
Do we? Wait, so what did she say? Say it to me like we're there. Like,
Yeah,
could choke you
go
out.
on, say it. Say it like it said.
like give me the proper context. Go. Like how would it actually
Okay.
be?
I reckon I could probably choke you out. It's a green flag.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a green flag.
He smirks, guys.
He's like,
I think it's funny.
He's like, yep,
mhm.
I like it.
Okay, yeah, I
It
like
feels
it.
good. Could you date someone that didn't want to train like or with you?
Yep. They don't need to train like me or like do what I do. As long as they have interest in what I do and vice versa, I think that's important. They don't need to do what I do and like vice versa. If like, let's say my partner's a CrossFit athlete, I don't have any desire to do CrossFit, but I will be so interested in everything that they do because I support them and I want to care for them, and I would expect the same back. Like I think if they were not wanting to be involved in anything that I did and didn't have any, they didn't take the time to understand maybe the rules or something, I'd be a bit like, you don't really care. That would probably be a little bit like, because that's my
entertaining
life.
the conversation is different to being involved.
Like I don't care
you
if you
still
do it or
show
not. It's not a
interest.
make or break. But yeah, I think if you just show general interest, because that's what I love and vice versa, then we're sweet.
What about the value for fitness and doing things that are a bit confronting and tough? Like if someone didn't have that same value, do you think that that would be tough to navigate? If they're kind of just like, I don't like gyms, gym's not for me, you know, exercising's not really my thing.
I think I would struggle because I think fitness has taught me a lot. And it shows discipline, shows consistency. It shows that you look after yourself, you care about yourself. There's so much in fitness. Like my life is fitness. And I think that if you have no desire to want to step into the gym or eat healthy or walk your steps up, we're probably not going to get along maybe. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But the first thing I would think is, what are we going to do in our spare time? Like if you don't like fitness, if you don't like bettering yourself, you don't like challenging yourself, if you just want to sit or you're just like so locked into your work, let's say they're a lawyer and all they want to do is just read cases and sit and study and catch up with their friends and talk law, and I'm just like, look, like this probably won't work. I would like to see myself doing adventurous things and being with someone who does like being outdoors, and I just don't think it would work.
Yeah, I think that goes same for like women to men. Like if you see a man who has no drive or ambition, that's not attractive. Like it shows them they respect themselves enough to want to be better, so then you're going to respect them. Like it comes down to the level of respect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And complacent. I think you're complacent if
Yeah.
you just want to not do anything. I made a little romantic adventure box and I proposed it to someone like when I was on a show and they had no interest in it at all. And I was like, we wouldn't work out anyway. Like, it was kind of like laughed at. And I was like, my idea was that we make a box and it's got like all these activities in it. We're just going to choose one. Like, doesn't mean we have to do like something crazy every weekend, but it might be like rock climbing, it might be like skiing, jumping out of a plane, paddleboarding, something to do with being outside, something different. The idea is you take a photo and you get like a little, is it a memento? Memento. So the idea was to have that, and then like we go do that thing once a fortnight, whatever. We're keeping things spicy. We're doing something fun. We don't know what we're going to do, but then we take a photo and we put it on the collage wall, like, and then that becomes our thing.
Yeah, that's so thoughtful.
But that was like kind of laughed at, and I was like, we're never going to get along.
Yeah, straight away. Like if you don't,
Elbow in the face.
yeah,
Well, literally, I'm like, well, if you don't want to do any of that ever, then how are we gonna?
no, but
Yeah.
Then she goes, what
just
about like
because you
quiet
don't
nights? I'm like, well, we'll do that anyway. Of course, it's gonna happen.
But learning new things together in a partnership, I think, is so special, because I just love seeing how people even handle, like we've spoken about this so many times, how people, men, women, problem solve and putting them in that scenario, like climbing a wall. How are you going to get to that next spot? Do they cave under pressure? Do they have a full breakdown? Do they yell at you because you're better than them? I had this guy, right? Funny story.
Wait, she's speaking from experience. I can feel it.
Yeah, what happened?
Wait, yell at me because I'm better than you.
Yeah. So I had this guy. I went on a date with him. We went to just like a pub and played pool and whatever. So he didn't obviously realize that I grew up in a house of my brother, and we have a pool table at home. So I'm like, I know how to play. He thought I'd just be some like dumb blonde girl that didn't know how to play.
Stand behind me and help me.
Yeah, or like, you know how some women like just let the guys win for their ego. I'm like, no, I'm beating you.
Good.
So I beat him once. He was like, all right, we'll go again, best out of 3. I was like, sweet, let's go. Again, 3 times. He goes, fuck this.
No.
Books an Uber. He leaves. He left me at the fucking place that we were at. Wow. I just remember walking home and I was
you would have just laughed, right?
I was like, this guy just booked an Uber to go home.
It's fucking
That's such a
sore
win.
loser.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's such a win.
Who does that? And he was like 6 years older than me too.
Oh,
Wow.
no. That is
Yeah.
some deep issues.
So when was the next date?
So then we dated for 5 years. No, I'm joking.
You never saw him again, hey?
No.
Okay, good.
That
I
was,
gonna
but
say.
like, who does
That's
that?
a
yeah,
tantrum.
that's child
Yeah.
behavior.
Yeah. And
I'm glad you
during, he
beat
was
him.
like, I just like a girl that's girly, you know? A girl that's a bit girly. Like, why are you, like, you shouldn't be good at this stuff.
Yeah, he's good.
But then,
I was
but
like-
then he took you to the pub
Yeah.
to play pool.
Thinking he was going to win.
Wow.
He wanted you to be a damsel.
Yeah.
He was setting you up for that.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you got an Uber home. What a bitch.
Literally booked an Uber and left. Like,
And
we walked
left you
outside
there.
and he left me.
He wants a fucking little feminine
Little
lady,
princess. Yeah.
Mm.
but then leaves a woman at the pub
Yeah.
by herself. You
Wow.
should have distanced yourself
Yeah.
from the get-go.
Yeah, angles.
You were
Yeah.
too close.
Angles.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
That's why a thing for me is like on a first date or whatever, I will usually go and do an activity because I'm like, you will see their true colors come through when they're put under.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Or they're losing.
Yes. How
Yeah.
do they handle that? Not go to the movies, not go to a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Take them fucking out to
That's a
putt
good
putt or
idea.
something.
I think the next date I'm going to go on is go play pool at a pub.
Or go mini golf. That's my go-to.
That's a good idea.
Mini golf,
Mm.
pool, bowling.
You
Yeah.
guys see each other on the opposite ends of fucking mini golf on dates, and you're like,
Friday
We're
night.
like,
winning?
how's she? Yeah.
You
"Here
winning
you
or
go,
what?
there we go."
Thumbs up or thumbs down. That's all I
Yeah.
need.
It's true though. It's a good little way of
Yeah.
sussing them out.
Or time zone. Time zone's a good one too.
Time zone, Mario Kart,
The basketball one.
I love that one.
That's good.
For some reason I can fluke that. And just,
basketball.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm like, I don't know how or why, but I just tell myself, you got this. And
So,
then I
there
get,
you go. 30 more % chance of it going in.
where
tell
did you
yourself
get
it's
those stats?
I made it up.
Oh, very confident there.
See, you believed it.
Yep.
All right. Next question. What is the worst injury you've had or you've witnessed, like a bone break or something?
It'd be my shoulder. I got thrown on my forearm last year and I landed on my forearm and I was vertical. I've got it on video. And I was vertical and then my shoulder went. I chipped the cartilage, tore the labrum, tore the bicep, and then I still won. Beat it.
Perfect.
It was worth the
Wow.
medal.
Wait, so
For
you
a
did
10
that,
grand
you
surgery.
had that injury and then you continued to
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. So I went in and out and then it was torn, chipped, and then I kept going and then that was the gold medal. So that was the final. So I didn't want to lose and it pissed me off because I got thrown. I was embarrassed. Anyway,
So did he throw you over his shoulder or something?
kind of.
Okay.
Like, yeah. I like, you know, when you go to put your hand on the floor when you fall,
Oof.
Yeah.
I was like vertical.
Oh.
So instead of landing like that, I landed on my forearm, ka-ching, came out, went,
Yeah.
then kept rolling, get through. And then I remember laying in bed that night going, my back sore, my whole like my whole right side of my body like locked up.
So
and I
your
woke
back
up.
was more sore than your shoulder.
All the muscles were just sore. And then for
Mm.
2 weeks, it was subluxing. So I was dislocating when I was training. And then I was like, I think there's something wrong with it. So I went to the surgeon, got a scan, and it was, extensive tear in the labrum, bicep tear, and then the cartilage was chipped. Now I got arthritis in my shoulder, so it's fucked.
Shit.
That was probably the worst. My left one,
Yeah.
had my left one done too.
Have you witnessed someone break a bone?
Yeah, I think when I was in primary school,
Mm.
that was the worst. Little Joey fell over and snapped his arm. He just ran and fell over and snapped his arm. And I remember seeing it stick out and I was like, that doesn't look good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then he comes to school with a cast and you get so jealous because
To
everyone's
sign
signing
it.
it.
So then I broke my arm.
So
because I
then
wanted to cast.
So
no
then
one
I-
signed it.
no one signed.
At jiu-jitsu comps, there's usually a lot of injuries. One of my affiliates, he snapped his ankle real bad. There's a photo, there's a video. It's like horrible. You don't want to see it. It's like real bad.
Ooh. So when it happened, did you feel it or you were just in it?
No, the adrenaline, you don't really feel it. Like it hurt. Yeah, I didn't know how
People
bad it
always
was.
say that. It's crazy how much your adrenaline can protect you, you know?
Yeah.
Like I would listen to all these I've survived stories and they always say that, say they've gotten kidnapped or something and the person has stabbed them. They don't actually feel it in the moment and they just escape and then they feel it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, how does that?
I call it, I think it's like 30 seconds of invincibility. So you don't feel
Mm.
anything.
Mm.
So I say to women or men or kids or whatever, if they're getting attacked, I'm like, just survive the first 30 seconds to a minute, do as
Mm.
much damage as you can, because after that minute, they're going to start to realize, oh, I'm bleeding or something's broken. Because you
Yeah.
could snap the finger. You could snap their finger and they won't feel it. And then after a minute, they'll go, that hurts.
Ouch,
They'll look
yeah.
down, their finger's broken.
Mm.
So I
Oof.
always say, like, if you can survive it, like if you are getting assaulted, survive it as long as you can, fight back as hard as you can, then they'll realize that something's wrong. They're bleeding or they're broken. Then they go,
And
again,
it comes to
then they go, okay, this is probably not worth it. I'm hurt now. This is not what I thought. So yeah, it's like the fight or flight, the adrenaline dump, you don't feel it. It's like fighters, they can push through. They got the broken jaws, teeth fall out, broken toe.
When I was maybe like 14, 15, I was jumping on like a jumping castle in this, you know, those big auditorium things where they're full of like the playgrounds and stuff. I was jumping on one of them and this girl was doing backflips at the back corner. And I've tried to like run past her and she's kicked me in the mouth. And I've gone, oh, I know I got kicked in the mouth, but I can't feel anything. And I've like crawled off this thing, walked over to my mum, like going like this, not knowing that my whole shirt's covered in blood, my lips split in half.
Oh,
Oh my God.
And she's just looked at me and gone, Olivia. And I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean?
heat of the moment, you don't know.
No. Like, you know, something's happened.
The
But
worst is when you feel it, when you can feel like the split.
oh, I didn't try to. When you split your lip.
A few times. Yeah.
Oh. Me, I'm like, it's such a significant trauma in my life. And Luke is like, yeah, I've done that a few times.
Done that a few times.
Happens.
We'll wrap in 10. But what's something we really want to like hone in for people listening to take away? We need to like finish it on a strong note.
Is there anything that you want to repeat or maybe you haven't shared that you think?
I think to anyone listening, if you're a female and you want to gain confidence or you want to feel more empowered, stronger, I really would challenge you to find a martial art gym, go with a friend. For example, I get nervous going to a martial art gym. Like if you want to build confidence, you want to learn self-defense, jiu-jitsu would be my number one. That's if you want to learn. I think going and doing that, if you're scared, sticking with it for at least a month. If that's something you really want to learn, do it. I get nervous going to a boxing gym because I feel like there's a lot of testosterone in the room, there's a lot of energy, and like, who am I going to have to challenge? I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I've specifically made Level Up a community where everyone greets you, everyone's happy, everyone's your friend.
Yeah.
Then we do the training on the side. That's the second part of it.
Yeah.
So I challenge like women, men, kids, teens, anyone listening who, like, if you do want to learn a skill, just go and do it. Go and do it with a friend. Find a buddy, stick to it, commit to it, and just try it. Start with something that's not as scary. Do something that you've always wanted to do, and just challenge yourself to do it. Make a time and date and do it.
9 times out of 10, what you think it's going to be like is
Yeah.
way worse than what it actually is like. And then you leave and you think, oh my God, I was just going to say a pun unintended. I was like, and then you level up.
Waiting for it.
Yeah. And then you just feel like you have this whole nother sort of superpower under your belt because you've done something that you didn't think you could do. And it might just be showing up in a new environment. Now you've done that, you're going to have more confidence to go and do it again.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you get a year in and you've been going to this gym, you're a part of this awesome community, you're learning a new skill.
Even if it's as small as like, if I'm gonna say I'm gonna go for 3 walks this week, do the 3 walks. If I'm gonna train twice in the gym, train twice in the gym. Don't not do it. Then that will start to build momentum. Then you do the next thing, then you do the next thing. Next thing you know, you've tried 4 different things in a month and you might really love one of them. That could be your future. Could be a new thing.
If there's like mums or dads listening as well, how old would you recommend them taking their children?
I have like 15 to 20 kids that are 4 to 5 years old. That's the youngest I have them in my class.
Little girls and boys?
Little girls and boys.
Yeah.
They're so cute. We make it fun. We do like a lot of games, but a lot of fundamental movements that are jiu-jitsu related, like bear crawls, rolling, skipping, hopping, jumping. And then when you do the jiu-jitsu, they're not even thinking about the jiu-jitsu, but they're learning the skill. So 4 years old, I know some gyms do them at 3.5. That's just to get them comfortable on the mat, kind of like gymnastics, rolling around, moving. But the earlier the better. I think Mick Fanning's a massive fan of it. He's got his kids in it. Chris Hemsworth's kids train down at my friend's gym in Byron Bay. There's no right age to get them started. Just get them in and do it. It's just something that you can't teach in any other sport.
So cute.
They are so cute.
Yeah.
They're little geese and their stuff.
Yeah.
But then they associate that with like, boxing's different. I get them doing that maybe like 11, 12.
Yeah.
If anything younger, they think they can just punch people.
Yeah.
Whereas jiu-jitsu, you get a little bit rough and you can push and move someone around. You can have a good center of gravity. It's not going to be as detrimental as punching someone in the mouth.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, Level Up LVL UP.
Mhm.
I'm in Miami in Keys Road, in near Grilled in Nobbies, or near the high school.
Landmark.
Landmark, Grilled. There's no one that can't train. It's
Mm.
open for all levels.
No, we'll put your handles and stuff in the description.
Thank you. No, it's been really fun. Thank you so much for having me. And one other thing, if you're ever in a situation where you need to defend yourself, aim for the eyes, the ear, and the knee. I'd say
The
don't
knee?
aim for the genitals. If you can kick someone in the knee while their legs extended, how are they going to chase you?
Mm.
Oof.
But then you got to run. You hit them and then you run. You don't stay there and go, "Oh, let's go."
Yeah. No, that's
Hit
a
and
good
run.
thing to know.
Yeah, ears, eyes, and
Ears. Why ears? Like clap.
Cool.
balance. If you slap them in the ear as hard as you can, they're going to be like pretty off balance. That's when you run. Someone hit me with a footy. I was teaching. Fuck, it hurt. It just like, I had no idea where I was for a minute. I was just so dazed. I was like, wow. Footy straight to the ear.
Oof.
And it probably wouldn't, it's more where you get them, not even the strength. Like you don't have to be super strong, right? To get the
No.
right spot.
No, if you got like a little cup.
Yeah. And then you just
Makes that-
cup there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We loved having you on, and I'm sure our listeners will get
Yeah.
a lot from today. And if you guys have any questions following this app, just
Message
can,
us.
Yeah.
Message Luca.
Yeah.
You two are awesome.
Back at ya.
Yes, exactly.
On to it.
Yes.
This is Sparta.